He's got the height.
He is a tall guy.
Obviously, women find him very attractive.
Yeah, well, obviously.
He seems super charming.
Yep.
He's vulnerable.
Yep.
He's lovely.
Great.
His fingernail polish is awesome. Like, he looks good.
There you go.
He's great.
I give it 4 months in and you're gonna be obsessed. And I was like, oh, we'll see.
Are you in love?
I don't know if that's any of your business.
Looks like Kim Kardashian's ex-boyfriend, Pete Davidson, has moved on already. And this time, the comedian is dating none other than the gorgeous model Emily Ratajkowski. Pete might have moved on already, but has Kim? Is she jealous of her ex-lover moving on just 3 months after their breakup? Let's find out. If there's one thing we've all learned about Pete Davidson, is that the comedian has a knack for romance, boasting a long list of high-profile lovers. He has a striking list of romances, and the latest addition to the list is Emily Ratajkowski. The sparks are flying everywhere as the pair get to know each other. An insider even told us Pete and Emily have been talking for a couple of months now. Although they're still in the very early stages of a relationship, what's important to know is that they're having a very good time with each other. A source close to the duo said that the pair are in the very early stages, but both really like each other. Their Cupid was a mutual friend who set them both up, and the match was perfect, thanks to their compatibility. Pete made the model fall for him through his humor, while she took his breath away by her wits and her intelligence. According to a source, Pete makes Emily laugh, and he loves how intelligent she is. The romance comes at a nice distraction for both of them as they heal from their previous relationships. Pete has just gotten out of a very high-profile public relationship with Kim Kardashian. The pair dated for a total of 10 months, but the relationship was as serious as it gets, be it getting Kim's name tattooed or spending time with her children. It looked like Pete was with Kim for the long haul. But after 10 blissful months, the couple decided to split up. Emily herself has just settled her divorce. The 31-year-old model parted ways from her serial cheater husband, Sebastian Bear McLeod, 41, over cheating allegations. It looks like she'll benefit from this romance as well, as it'll help her get over her toxic ex-husband. An insider confirmed that he was in fact a cheater, saying, "He's a serial cheater. It's gross. He's a dog." How Emily put up with him for so long is beyond us. But fortunately, it's over now, and she is now having a good time with Pete. There were lots of rumors that Ratajkowski has been involved in a romance with Brad Pitt, but this ultimately turned out to not be true, as the two stars are simply having fun and were not anything serious. Emily and Pete's romance doesn't come as a shock for anyone, as we've already seen just how highly Emily regards Pete. In an interview, Emily couldn't stop gushing over the actor.
He's got the height.
He is a tall guy.
Obviously, women find him very attractive.
Yeah, well, obviously.
She thinks he has the perfect height to be a model. She even went on to say that obviously women find him very attractive. Now, one might argue that it was just a sly way of her calling him attractive herself. It looks like Pete has mastered the art of seduction, and his humor always seems to win women over. But that's not all there is to the guy. He's also just a really lovely guy that women can just not get enough of. Before Emily, we had seen Kim being just as enthralled by Pete.
Has got to be literally the best human being I've ever met. Like the best heart. People always say like, oh, he's so funny, and it's like has to do with how funny he is. That's like 4th on my list of why I like him.
And before Kim, there was a whole list of A-list celebrities that Pete dated, be it Ariana Grande or Kate Beckinsale, Margaret Qualley, or Phoebe Bennifer. Pete has quite a habit of collecting the hottest Hollywood actresses like infinity stones. We'd honestly be more surprised at this point had Emily been single and not dating Pete. That would have been more shocking news. But as much as we are happy for the new couple, we can't help but wonder how Kim is dealing with the news. Just months ago, she was head over heels for the comedian and seemed really content with the relationship.
She's so much nicer now. Thank you, Pete. I'm so into this new Kim. I'm not chasing anything. And that is the best feeling. Whether it's like at the beginning of your career, chasing fame, chasing money, chasing a relationship, chasing happy, like.
After what seemed like a picture-perfect relationship, Kim and Pete had to part ways because she was just too busy for a serious commitment. Sources say distance and schedules contributed to the pair's decision to call it quits. Although Kim and Pete really enjoyed each other's company and seemed to have a really good relationship, things just got a bit too overwhelming for Kim. An insider told Kim thinks life is just too messy now, and she doesn't want anything serious right now. And while he clearly does, she doesn't want to string him along. She doesn't want to do that and give him hope that there's a chance when she knows there's not. It's clear that it was circumstances that pushed the two of them to part ways. Even after the breakup, the two seemed on really good terms and talked a lot. In fact, a source claimed that Pete was more than willing to get back together with the diva and said, "They still do talk a lot. They're good friends and laugh a lot. He's holding in there and tells her that he would jump on a plane at a moment's notice for her." This makes it clear just how hurt Kim probably is with the latest turn of events. Pete was only just a few days ago telling her that he wouldn't take a moment to get back together with her. And now he has started dating Emily. That's probably not the only thing Kim is jealous over. Everybody knows how passionate Pete is about being a father.
Playing Family Guy, my favorite thing ever, which I've yet to achieve, is I want to have a kid.
Wow.
It's like my dream.
Wow.
Yeah.
Knowing that Pete is so desperately hoping to be a father, it must be really hard for Kim, as she already has 4 kids and is getting much older. It was something that weighed on everyone's minds, as well as Kim's and Pete's, because the more invested Kim gets in her career as a lawyer, the less possibility of her having time for a baby. Sources close to her said that Kim is getting more and more serious about her career as a lawyer, and she's not necessarily thinking about having more kids at the moment. It seemed like Kim was having the most fun she's ever had in a relationship and doesn't want to make any changes that might damage the relationship. But it just wasn't enough for Pete. It must have been devastating for Kim to distance herself from such a good guy due to these differences. And now that Pete is with Emily, a younger mom, this loss must seem even bigger. If this wasn't enough horrible news for Kim, it turns out that the person her former lover has just started dating is no stranger. In fact, Emily and Kim used to be pretty close back in the day. A few years back, Kim posted a topless photo on social media, and when trolls came to her in the comments, Emily was there to clap back. Emily later posted the bouquet of flowers and thank you note Kim sent her way, calling them close friends. Can you imagine breaking up with someone you were in love with due to schedules and distance, only to find out 3 months later they're dating none other than your own friend? It sounds almost devastating, and we can't imagine how hard it must be for Kim. It's clear that despite the breakup, Kim still thinks very highly of Pete. It wouldn't be shocking if she was still in love with him after all. A source even said Kim still adores Pete and will always be friends with him. She still thinks he's the nicest and sweetest guy in the world, and there's no drama or anything weird between them now. Fans are just impressed by Pete's ability to impress and seduce the hottest Hollywood actresses. One Twitter user wrote, "Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, and now Emily Ratajkowski, Pete Davidson has the finest line of girlfriends." Some fans think that Pete being kind and thoughtful is what gets women to like him so easily. One fan wrote, "I find it funny when people act shocked that Pete Davidson dates beautiful women. Women have been telling men for decades that we want kind men who can make us laugh, and Pete, by all accounts, is a sweetheart who treats women amazingly well. Learn from him, maybe?" Hopefully Kim is not too upset over this latest news of Pete moving on and finding a romantic partner. 3 months might seem like a short time, but since the two have broken up, no one can hold it against Pete for trying to give love another chance. That's it from our side for today. Until next time, goodbye.